Hey everybody, How To Tech Studio here and welcome back to another iSpoofer video. This time I'm going to be showing you how to get iSpoofer with a new installation because as of very recently, iSpoofer has gone down, the direct link is down, there is no estimated time. That is because Apple have gone on a big witch hunt on getting rid of apps that should not belong on their devices. So we're going to go through this number one here using AltStore. So this is going to be a PC tutorial. So you're going to either need a Windows or a Mac. I'm going to be using a Windows, but the steps are exactly the same. The reason that we need to do this is because there is no estimated time for this. We're also going to be doing it slightly differently to it says on the website to make sure that you don't lose it. And that leads me into the point that there are 3 steps to this video. Number 1, we're going to install AltStore. Number 2, we're then going to use the AltStore to install iSpoofer. And then number 3, I'm going to show you how to never lose iSpoofer again and to make sure that if there are any errors that you face, we're going to fix those at the end as well. All right, so let's get into the first step, which is AltStore installation. But before you do that, make sure after you've installed this, check out our free iSpoofer Pro giveaway that we're doing and making sure that you click that link in the description or it'll be on the screen in front of you. So let's go ahead with step number 1. Let's get AltStore onto your device. Okay then, so let's show you how to get AltStore directly onto your machine. If you're not so sure, AltStore is basically like an app store, but you can have any apps that have been signed or unsigned, and you can have them on your device. All right, so we're going to show you how to get that. First things first, you are going to need Alt Installer. The link is in the description. iCloud and iTunes installed directly to your machine from the website, not as a Windows app. And you're going to need to make sure that you've got your device plugged in and Wi-Fi sync enabled. So when you've got all of those things, you are ready to go. Remember, the links are in the description. Click them, download them. They're very simple. There's no viruses and you're good to go. Right, so I'm just going to quickly delete AltStore off of my device and I'll show you how to get it. All right, so open up Alt Installer on your computer and drag these onto your desktop to extract them. And then you're going to then run setup.exe. Click next, and then you are going to install it. I'm going to install it to my desktop, so you can do the same. It's easier. So browse. I'm just going to find my desktop, and then click OK, and next, and next. Click yes, and then close. And as you can see, I've installed everything onto my desktop. Now you're going to need to go onto altserver.exe. Right-click it and click Run as Administrator. Very important to run as administrator. Then click Yes. And then at the bottom right-hand corner here, AltServer would have been this icon here, the little diamond. So if you click on that, then click Install AltStore and then select your device. Remember, it needs to be plugged in for this. And then you need to put in your Apple ID. This needs to be a real Apple ID and password, otherwise it will not work. And all it does is it allows signing of apps to your device through your Apple ID. So you need to make sure you got a real one. Press install, and then there'll be a small pop-up in a minute which you'll just need to click on OK and click OK, and then it will install directly onto your machine. So just wait a couple of seconds, and while you're waiting for that, please make sure that you like this video and subscribe down below. Remember, this is a new release for iOS 13.5. And now that you've got AltStore on your device, you're ready to go and install iSpoofer. So what you're going to need to do is, if there's any pop-ups on AltStore to sign into your Apple ID, just sign into it. And then we're going to go to the link in the description, and it will take you to this page here. Just click on it. If there's any sort of ads or anything like that, subscribe. Just click on them and then swipe away to get rid of them. And there's a 5-second timer at the top, and it will take you to a different install page. So skip this ad and it will take you to this page here, still by iSpoofer, but it's a different version that they don't actually produce to the public. So click here to download the iSpoofer Pogo IPA. That is what we are going to install. The IPA is basically the app. So click on that and then click download. And at the top right hand corner there, the download will start to happen on your device. It won't take too long depending on how quick your internet connection is, but it shouldn't take very long. Okay, now here's what you're going to need to do. Go back to AltStore, open it up, and make sure that you have AltServer still running on the computer that you use to install it, okay? Now, you need to also make sure that Wi-Fi sync is enabled like I explained before in the previous video, so make sure that both of those things are done. Also, there's a slight bug that this is working for some people and some people it's not. You can just use Wi-Fi, or I find it's better to plug the device in. So I would say plug the device in as well. So get yourself ready for that. At the bottom there, click on the tab that says My Apps, and then click on the plus symbol, and then you are going to download or go to the place where the iSpoofer IPA was downloaded to. Mine downloads straight to my iCloud Drive downloads. If you're not so sure, you can go back and try and find it elsewhere, okay? So I'm going to find that one there, which was just here, and that was literally 1 second ago. So click on it, and at the top left-hand corner, you will see a green progress bar has started underneath where it says My Apps there. What this is doing is it's using your Apple ID and password to sign an app. So every Apple ID has the ability to sign 3 apps. An app has to be signed in order to open. It's a security thing that Apple has. And this is what it uses. This is why you're never going to lose iSpoofer again, because you're signing it. It's linked directly to your account. They can't take it away from you, and you're not doing anything wrong in terms of Apple's use and terms and conditions. Okay, so this will never get revoked. There you can see there next to AltStore, and I've got Uncover as well. You will see the little expires in 7 days, and I'm going to talk about that after the install has happened. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and of course remember to hit that link in the description to get your iSpoofer Pro code as well, and the link will be in the description and on a card in front of you on this video. So we're nearly done now. It shouldn't take too long. Again, if you get any errors at this point, then make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video and I will show you how to fix those. But as you can see, there is my Pokemon Go. It is done. So if I go to my screen and drag it along, I'll show you that this is now working. So if I now open it up, and it would just take a couple of seconds. I'm not going to allow those. And as you can see there, I have got my bar for my iSpoofer here, and you can sign in just like normal and you are good to go. So thank you very much for installing it. Stay tuned though. Never lose iSpoofer. What you can see here is that Pokemon Go expires in 7 days. So as I said to you before, that the Apple ID needs to be signed. It needs to sign your apps. A sign runs out in 7 days. However, if you re-sign it, so you can see this refresh all here, but you can also just tap on that 7 days and it will refresh it for you and it will re-sign it. So if you do it before the 7 days is up, you will never lose any app. It will always be there. So if there's a new updated version, you just follow this tutorial again, get the latest version, and then you're good to go and it will continue to work. So you will never ever lose it. Right, let's go through some errors. So when you're installing on AltStore, if there's an error at the bottom, so there's a banner at the bottom here that will have errors. If it says that you could not find AltServer, that means that you've forgotten to have it still running on the computer that you used to install it for. If it also says that there's no permissions, then you need to make sure that it was running through admin on your computer. And if there is an unknown error occurred, so this happened to me while I was trying to install this earlier, and the progress bar went all the way along to about here, and then it said that there was an unknown error occurred. So there's a slight bug in the AltStore code itself, which actually the Wi-Fi sync sometimes works and then sometimes bugs out and then it drops its signal. So I would always then plug in to fix that error. So if you do get an unknown error occurred, plug it in the device. Most of the time fixes that as well. If you do happen to have any other errors, then please make sure you comment down below and I will help you out as much as I can to see that you get this fixed for you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please hit that subscribe button to show your support. Remember to enter into the prize draw. The link will be in the description for the active iSpoofer codes. And I will see you guys very soon. Thank you very much.